Keyamo replies critics mocking Tinubu for sleeping at Emir's place, or palace, I think. Shares photos of Atiku and Peter Obi sleeping as well. Come on, how petty can you be? I mean, really, really. You also bring up photos of other presidential candidates sleeping to make your sleeping candidate look better? Well, the spokesman of the APC Presidential Council, Festus Keyamo, has replied critics mocking Asiwaju Bola Tinubu for falling asleep at the Emir's place in Gombe State. Niger News earlier reported that Tinubu, who was in Gombe to attend the wedding of Miss Bahu Inuwa Yahaya, the son of Governor Muhammadu Inuwa Yahaya, decided to stop for a brief homage and political meeting at the Emir's palace, accompanied by political bigwigs, including Senate President Ahmed Lawan. During the meeting, Tinubu was captured sleeping while Lawan was seen holding the microphone and addressing attendees at the Emir's palace. The photo generated a lot of outrage online, with many critics saying it is another evidence of Tinubu's frail health condition and possibly need for rest instead of running for president. So Keyamo reacts. He took to his Twitter page, and obviously him being the Minister for Labour and Employment, he shared photos of Peter Obi, the flag bearer of the Labour Party, and PDP presidential candidate Atiku Abubakar sleeping. And according to Keyamo, all presidential candidates are humans and it is wrong to mock them when they show natural traits. Keyamo said sleeping is not a sign of weakness, adding that they may have stayed up late the previous night for the sake of the masses. In his words, he wrote, "They are all human after all. We do not mock people when they show natural human traits. It is not a sign of weakness. They may have stayed up late the previous night for our sake." Well, tough. No one cares, to be honest. Not that we should not care about, the health of, individuals like this. I don't think Tinubu is the only presidential candidate going through stress. I don't think you can look tired. Literally, you can see some presidential candidates do look tired. And of course, they are doing a lot, trying to build their campaigns and trying to promote their party. So it is a lot. No one is doubting that it's not going to take a lot of work, to achieve to achieve their presidential ambitions. But you sleeping at an event where there are cameras, where it's like the pressure is on you to perform. Even if you're at an event and you're just sitting down, your posture will probably be criticized. Look at, Kashim Shettima and what he wore. No one then cared of what he must have said or if he participated in the NBA. We saw his outfit and that was the talk of town. So you have to understand the spotlight is on you. And I do not think Tinubu is is unaware or is new in this political space. For somebody who is called the godfather of the Jagaban or whatever, I don't think, he is new to the space or will be surprised as to what pressure is, what pressure is put on him and what is expected of him. So whether he sleeps or snores, if anything, it proves why the worries and concerns of Nigerians, why they are valid, because we have seen so many instances of him in public, and maybe this is the reason why when it comes to his public appearances, we have gotten so little of it because of issues like this. So, Nigerians talking about his health, with videos in the past, him being unable to hold the flag, he's tripped before, he's lost concentration and he's sort of zoned out in some interviews and other things. And when he has the opportunity to speak, it's pretty much 2-3 sentences. How many lines? We want you to engage in conversation. Show us your intelligence. Show us your ideas. Show us why you are the option. Why should we pick you? You're not entitled to being president. But this is a man who has not proven himself, in recent times and proven his party in recent times. And he's come out to tell you he believes it is his turn. So if this is the individual who has shown is incompetent, incapable, in fact, is needing of rest, and can still come up to you and tell you he is entitled and say he deserves and it is his turn to be president, then we have a huge problem on our hands. So really, Festus Keyamo going to bring out pictures of Peter Obi and Atiku sleeping makes it look worse, because yes, they can sleep, but then when it's time to perform, it's not just you sleep in your room. In fact, Peter Obi might have slept in a conference 3 years ago. They can use it against him, but what matters is now. What is your performance now? What is the impact you're having? What are the results of your strategies that you've been implementing for months? What is the result? What can we say, oh yes, this party, this presidential candidate has done this to yield this result? We can say for Peter Obi, yes, because of his campaign, it has triggered mass voters registration. People are going to get their PVCs. Whether they're going to vote for him or not is not guaranteed. We don't know that. But what we can say is participation in these elections would, there have been projected numbers. It's probably going to triple. We're talking about in the past whereby, the election population, the voting population, was about 20% of the overall population. And now we are looking at figures whereby the voting population could actually double or triple. In the space of 4 years, that is amazing. It's now, okay, fine. We have a country that is actually engaging. It's not just a select few who are vulnerable and who are, in an unfortunate circumstance that get to decide the fate of the whole country. Everybody wants to decide and wants to be involved. So really, I don't know. It's like they keep getting worse. They keep getting worse, and it's not even their fault. How can you justify? I feel bad. I even feel for Festus Keyamo. How do you justify your presidential candidate sleeping? He can't say anything bad. He has to make it look natural, but not too natural to make it, or not too natural to make him look incompetent, because for you to justify it and say, well, it's our natural, it's natural. This is what we do. Oh, everyone sleeps. I slept. You slept. Everybody slept. We are grateful that we got to see the next day, but he's not the only person that sleeps. There's a time and a place. You don't just sleep. You are, look at the timing of things. You are running for the presidential seat and you are sleeping at events. Excuse me. So if this is a joke, and if you're going to disrespect Nigerians, how can he say, what if he has been up the night before for the sake of Nigerians? No, the bigger disrespect is for you to go, to important events as a presidential candidate and you are sleeping. That is in itself disrespectful to Nigerians, because you do not care how you are being received, or you putting in the efforts to be liked, and you're just expecting to get votes. Come on. Put what you think about it in the comment section below, and do not forget to like and subscribe.